Hello, welcome to College Algebra, Section D04. My name is Tuesday Johnson, and I welcome you, but enough about me. Let's look at your class. So, you'll find most of your welcome pages will look like this semester. If not this semester, then definitely next semester. I'm going to resist the temptation to start here, because I'm a rebel like that. Your instructor, that's me, Tuesday J. Johnson, she, her. Pronouns that came with me. Course dates, August 21st through December 13th of 2024, and this is fully online and asynchronous. You will never be required to meet with me at any time. You have a to-do list over here on your right-hand side, and that's awesome. That'll keep in mind your deadlines for you, but there's so much more to the class than the to-do list. There's so much more to DACC than just class too. There's a lot of different links over here on the side. I'm just going to make them go away so as to not distract. I wish I could do the same to that side. Let's start here. The course description, study of equations, functions, and graphs, you can read all of that. You will probably not see this because I am creating a short video as I speak. So I'll upload that. It'll be here. I'm also going to email it to you. Notice the next button. And our getting started overview. Now, while this will look similar for many of your classes, it is very, very important to click each link. Our syllabus, we can look at really quickly here. First page is mostly about the school. Also, I will assume no use of AI. If you're using artificial intelligence, you're earning an artificial degree. You're going to get an artificial paycheck too, because you won't be able to complete the task required in order to keep your job. So let's just do the work. Syllabus, this is me, my email address, but I do prefer that you contact me through Canvas inbox. I do not have an office on any campus. This is an online class, though. You shouldn't need it. My office hours will be Monday, Wednesday from 1 to 2. And you can use the Canvas chat. I'll show you where that is. And I can Zoom you during that time if you need to talk. Like, I want to show you something. We could do that as well. Although Canvas chat, I think, has uploads. We'll see. But that's when I'm available to you. You do not have to show up. You do not have to ever show up for office hours. That is only times I make myself available to my students, so you don't have to feel bad about, quote, interrupting me. We can read the rest of this. We see the cover of our textbook. Obviously, you should read this. This class is 100% online. You'll have homework assignments. They will be graded by accuracy from the program. You'll have quizzes that are concept quizzes. They will not be completed on MyMathLab. Look at that. I have to change the syllabus. Your chapter exams, your chapter post tests will be on MyMath. Oh my goodness, check it out. Quizzes and final exam, both 20%. You use Canvas for those. The majority of your work, your homework and your chapter exams, are each 30%. 60% of your grade is based on your daily work. Some quizzes and your final exam round out the grades. I use percentages overall. 89.5 and up is an A, and so on. Some last days of the semester. My goodness, updates are coming to this syllabus. Okay. You also have a calendar of events here. All the due dates for everything we have are laid out for you here in the syllabus. I'm going to use the back button. Back to getting started. While I did mention your textbook, you do not have to go out and purchase a book. The required materials will show you how you can pay for this book. $24 per credit, 3 credit hours. We're looking at $72 for the book if you use the Books for Less deal. You can opt out if you want to. Make sure you read all of these details because it's your money. But here's how you get into the book, whether you do the books for less or not. All right, the same way you get into your book, no matter how you're choosing to pay for it. Pick any link. Here we are in the MyLab Math student links. Any link at all for the first time. Let's go with the eText. I'll load in a new window. You may absolutely change the language if you would like. I can click I accept, but I do encourage you to read these things. This is stuff you need to start reading and paying attention to. They're using your information. But I haven't heard of any Pearson data leaks, so it seems like they might be better covered than other maybe government institutions. All right, so here's my book now. I didn't have to go through the setup because I am just a temporary student just looking at this. You'll have to sign in, account name, things like that. It might ask you to if you want to pay, and I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to. It's whether it's in your tuition or you pay for it on your own, it'll be there. Okay, so the first section we talk about is section 1.3. It's the exact same book. The nice thing about the book is it has these videos, an explanation of function notation, and some of the terminology that comes after that. So as you're reading the book, nice full color, but every time we have a new concept, we also have videos from the publisher for this as well. I'm trying to see. This one is a You Try It. So we have a video and we have a You Try It. So as you're reading the book, as you're learning, it'll give you practice problems as well. And this is what our homework will look like. Graph f of x, y equals f of x by hand by first plotting points to determine the shape of the graph. Sketch the graph, choose the correct graph to the right. So we can look at each of these. I can look at it bigger. I can pull it out to look at it. Whichever one I want. I happen to know that, let's hope I'm right. I'm going to select a graph for whatever reason, and I get feedback. So my You Try It problem went well. I could watch the video if I need to. I could see a concept video. This book offers you more than any paper version of a book could give you with the interactives. Interval notation is a great thing to take a look at. I have an extra practice sheet on that if you would like one. Let me see if we have anything else. It looks like those are the majority of the videos. Look, we could get the videos all in a line. Everything for this particular section, we can look at the videos. Excellent. So I encourage you to use your book. Your book is super helpful. I'm going to use back. That takes me to my modules, my Math Lab course links. Here we were. My lab student links. There is a Check Your Tech quiz. Make sure your computer can run this. You have until December. Return to the Getting Started overview page. All right, we're looking at required materials. The syllabus supplement is a web page at DACC. If you have any questions, this will take you to the discussion page. All right, we will see it a couple of times, just general course questions, and it's available until the 13th. Course specific questions. All right, so what can we do? What do I expect of you? Class expectations. This is a 3-hour class. What that means is you're expected to be in class for 3 hours, but also 2 to 3 hours of study for each hour in class. So that transfers to 9 to 15 hours for each online class that you take. Each week you should be studying 9 to 15 hours. If you would like a list of our due dates that is more conducive to calendar form, You can have this Google Calendar. It has all your deadlines on it. Introduction and syllabus. I'd like for you to look over this front page, get used to it, figure out the layout. Your first day quiz is due by Friday. All of our assignments are due on a Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. All laid out every Monday, Wednesday, Friday for the semester until we get to the end of October, and then I shake things up a little bit. I don't know about you, but when I was in college and even now, Halloween's one of my favorite holidays, so we're just going to take a little break there, catch our breath, see what's up. November, we could start to spread things out a little bit. The reason we work so hard the first 3 months is so we could take the first 2 months is so we don't have to work as hard at the end. This last week after the Thanksgiving break will be all review for final, and I'll have some review quizzes that are extra credit quizzes available for you this week. And all work, concept quizzes, homework, chapter exams, all work. It must be turned in by Friday, December 6th at 11:59 p.m. I will not accept work after that date, other than the final exam, which I will leave available for you the 9th, 10th, and 11th of December. You will have a 2-hour window to take that final exam. All right, locked down, proctored, more details to come. Online correspondence, give me 48 hours. I grade as often as I can get to it. Be kind. Don't be a jerk. If you think I'm being a jerk, I probably didn't communicate appropriately, because I promise I really am supportive and want you to do well. Course expectations, technology expectations, if you have any questions. Instructor introduction, I'll let you read that. I don't want to read my bio to you. That's weird. A course introduction, kind of what we're going to get started with. If you have any discussions, if you see my introduction and you have questions, I get it. It's okay. Now, this is optional. Complete the optional student introduction activity. That's the only part that's optional. The first day quiz is required. The introduction discussion is just a way to allow you to introduce yourself. It might be a great way to get groups, right? If you want to study group or something. Q&A discussion if you have any questions. And the first day quiz, you can get to it here, or I'll show you there are other ways of arriving there. First day quiz, let's see what's next. This is the student introductions discussion, and it's available until December 6th. You never know when you might want to get a study group together. Here we have the discussion post for Q&A. Just hit reply and ask your question. This one, you are able to see everybody else's questions as well. So check here at the Q&A if you have a question, see if it's already been answered. The student introductions, you have to introduce yourself before you could see anyone else. We have the first day quiz. It's due the 23rd. It's available until the 6th. There is a time limit of 60 minutes. I do not believe the time limit will affect anyone at all. However, if you do have accommodations letters, that has been taken into consideration already. But notice you also get 100 attempts. 100 attempts. I'm not going to take the quiz now. 5 of these, you'll have the answer graded right away. The other 3, I'll need to grade, so that's when you give me that couple of days to get back to it before you take it again. Don't take all 100 in one night because you're bored, please. After the first day quiz, I have a Chapter 1 concept quiz. Now, the Chapter 1 concept quiz has a due date of August 30th. I'm going to pop back over here to our calendar. First day quiz, you'll notice that section 1.3 homework is the first thing that comes up, and the concept quiz isn't until the end of the week. But I put the concept quiz at the beginning of the module because it'll help you focus in on what's important in this module. What do you need to take from this chapter in order to study and review appropriately for the final? All right, again, 60 minutes, 100 attempts. Don't freak out. It's just a quiz. For each section of homework we do, I'll have an overview, learning objectives, and a video. This is a video lecture. The notes that I write on in the lecture, I have the skeleton, just the bones, right? No guts, nothing filled out. I have blank notes if you want to follow along and take your own notes. I also have the filled in copy of the notes I wrote while recording the video. Complete section 1.3 homework. Now that you've set up that link to MyMathLab, you will load section 1.3 in a new window. Unfortunately, it's going to tell us in a minute that I can't do it until the 21st. All right. Why? Why do I have the homework locked until the 21st? You want to do math? Why don't I let you? Pearson has a built-in 14-day free trial. So 14-day free trial tells us if I open it on the 21st, by the 11th, by September 11th, you will have to have paid access one way or another. Okay, so once the 21st comes up, that'll look a little bit different, but we could click next. We just keep working our way through section 1.4. This one, the video was getting a little too long, so I put it in two parts. It's the same notes for both parts. This one reminds you that the chapter 1 concept quiz is important, and by the time you get here, I will have had the chapter 1 concept quiz moved before the post-test. Post-test, same thing. We'll load it in a new window. There's no time limit. But this also, you get 2 attempts. You get 2 attempts at every post-test. So do it once, see how you did. Take it a second time if you need to. However, if you did well, use that second attempt in December. In December, we have a chapter 3 post-test, we had a chapter 4 post-test, here's a chapter 5 post-test. If you do all of your exams a second time this first week of December, you are going to be just about the most studied you can be for this final exam. So you're allowed 2 takes. If you get a decent grade and you're happy with it the first time, maybe use your second take as a review. Rolling through, it'll take us on to chapter 2. Concept quiz, chapter 2, and so on. I'm going to take us back to the home page. Maybe I will leave this here as our home page all semester. I don't like how long it takes to load, though. Start here, probably only this week. Syllabus, that has all the important information, and I'm going to recheck it to make sure I have everything I need in there. But once we get started with the semester, on the day-to-day, we'll probably just jump straight to modules. And I will move these as we finish them. So after everyone's finished module 1, notice you will need to complete all the items. You just have to look at all of them. We move on to chapter 1. Once September 4th has passed, I'll move chapter 1 to the bottom, so all you're looking at is chapter 2 and so on. But it's all here. You can get to these at any time, any of them, as you need. You may work ahead. You even may work slightly behind, but all work must be caught up by the end of the semester. Also, if you're still working on chapter 1 midway through September, you are not going to be successful in this online class. If you get more than a week behind, it could be very difficult for you to catch up. For that reason, if you are unable to do work for more than a week, let me know. I had this accident. I'm in the hospital. I'm sick. Family in another part of the country or in another country is sick and I have to take care of them. If you don't do work for a week or two, I'll be reviewing that and we'll be talking. You don't want me to initiate the conversation. It's always better if you do. Now, that being said, I'm not going to be a jerk to you. If I ever am, call me on it because that was not my intention. And notice right here your group weights, right? Quizzes and comprehensive final. These ones are completed on Canvas. 40% of your grade. Chapter post-tests and homework completed on MyMathLab. Load in a new window. They are 60% of your overall grade. If you have any other questions, please feel free to let me know. Have a great semester.